Team, let's look at Python's string split method. Here's an example for us. If I run it, you can see that what it did was it split in between each of the spaces, and what it returned was a list. So if I say print the type of X, it's going to tell me, oh, it's a list. That's how it tells me it's a list. Even if I added more spaces here, it will still just treat it as a single space, which I think is pretty convenient. Here it's got a little more info about its usage. Let's check out the help for it. So I say help string, that's the type, and then I want the method name split. And now self, we never have to provide that because we're going to call split on a string like that text there. We can provide a separator or not, and we can provide a max split. Let's look at an example where we provide a separator. So if I split on T, then it'll make all the thing before that first T one item, then the things before the next T, and then all that'll end up together. So let's look at that. So something to notice is it removed the T. Similar to when we had no argument, that was removing the spaces. So we didn't end up with the extra space in front of or after welcome. And even if we had a bunch, check it out, if we split on E, it removes all the E's. It's not that common in our class that we need to use it, but we can put a max split here. So I'll say at most split it into 2 groups. So split it once and you can see everything else stayed together. If I put the max split at 2, it'll remove 2 of the E's and split the rest, etc. What's really common is that we have some data stored as a CSV or a comma separated value. You can imagine like row 1 you can think about it as like an export of an Excel sheet. It's like, oh, well, I've got the name or maybe first name, last name, and email. If I split that on spaces, it's not quite what I want. But if I split that on commas, then I get each of those 3 things, but taking the string that was a comma separated value or comma separated values and put those into lists. You can imagine a next row maybe looks like that. You can imagine this is a table where in the column first name, I have Colleen. Now let me split that row 2 and print it. And what I get back is a list. So maybe it's clearer to call it row 1 list. And here is row 2 list. But you can imagine now we can say print row 1 list at index 0, comma, maybe I'll concatenate it. I'll give myself a colon and a space, and then add row 2 list at index 1. So I was able to like pull out those things. So split is most helpful when I want to take a sentence and split it by spaces, or maybe a comma separated value and split it by commas. Again, it removes that token or that separator. Like I could remove name. Let's simplify this. Okay, let's go back to that earlier version where I split by comma. I could split by the word name, so it doesn't just have to be a single character. And this can be hard to see because I've got like that is the second element and it has commas in it. And here is the third element, that's a string and has commas in it. Most important things is without it, it splits by spaces. I can add a character or any kind of string and then it'll split and remove that character. Same with the spaces, it removes spaces. And this can make working with strings a lot easier than doing the raw slicing stuff. Another method that is helpful in general is find. And like doing this with find would be a lot harder. Like you could imagine I get the index of the first comma and I say txt.find, comma, I'll print that. Okay, it's at index 10. So if I wanted everything before that, I could say, oh, I want from index 0 through 10. Index of comma is my 10. I really want to slice the text. And then where do I want to go to? It's index of comma. So that would get me that text first name. And I added a little formatting here. If I wanted everything after the comma, right now I've got everything before the comma. After the comma, instead of starting at index 0, I would start at the index of the comma and I would go to the end. And here I can either say the length of the text, or if I just leave it blank, it'll go all the way to the end. So you can see after the comma is that last name, comma, email. Maybe I don't want that comma, so I'll do a +1 there. But doing this with find is kind of a pain. Split can take problems like that and make them way easier, particularly if I want to find a bunch of different values in there. Or if I have a bunch of instances of the separator.